LUKElcs React. Today, we're going to be reacting to this video right here. Game Theory, Why You Can't Beat Smash Bros. Ultimate. And it has Waluigi there. I can't hover my mouse over it, sadly, because then the video... Well, actually, if I hold my mouse over it, let's see what happens. And now I can hover it on Waluigi. Yeah, you can see Waluigi there. And we're going to be watching this and reacting to it. Now, I just wanted to say there's probably not going to be a lot of, I just wanted to say, because I'm doing this reaction video, I am really kind of a little bit behind on videos. This week I'm going to be a little behind on those Portal 2 community tests in Minecraft Redstone Circuit, my mod showcases. So I'm just letting you know for the actual loyal viewers and not the 200 or so people, 300 or so people who are not loyal viewers but are just watching this one video. You probably don't care. But for the loyal viewers who decide to watch this, I'm just letting you guys know that I'm a little behind on videos. And, I got to take the chance to do this. So, yeah. So, with that, let's get into it. So, Game Theory. Why you can't beat Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yep. Let's get into it. Of course.
John and Lucas are team leads for their companies.
I don't care.
In the
There we go.
last Smash Direct, did you notice the purple and yellow chairs in the background when Mr. Sakurai was talking? Most people think that that's a hint that Waluigi is going to be included in Smash, but I know better. I know the truth. Purple and yellow are both 6 letters long. And why chairs of all furniture? Because chairs is also 6 letters long. Together you have yourself 666.
Oh,
the
no.
devil's number, the sign of the beast. And what's another name for the devil? Satan. As in Mr. Satan, the true name of Hercule from Dragon Ball Z, a show starring the second most requested fighter for Super Smash Bros., Goku. That's right, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Son Goku himself is confirmed for Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh my gosh.
But the proof to me seems undeniable.
That's great. That's hilarious. Maybe those were just his 2 favorite colors that he chose for his chair. I mean, come on. Really?
Hello, Internet.
Welcome to Game Theory,
where true theorists only use deep lore, math, and no items. Of the many amazing games that have come out for the Switch, none have been as high.
Hey, I love items. You stop bashing items, people. It involves some serious strategy in getting the item first and smacking the person in the face with it. Okay, maybe that's less strategy, but it's more fun for me anyways. Or not. I don't know. Let's just back to the video.
Room in the night sky. Where witches fly around on motorcycle brooms in the night sky. Very slowly. Oh, so slowly. 10 out of 10 with Broom again. But if there's a second game that people are excited to be on this console, well, it would be the latest installment of Super Smash Brothers. So while we all twiddle our thumbs waiting for Sakurai's latest masterpiece to arrive on December 7th, can you all do me a favor? I have a short 5 or so question survey linked in the description about what you watch or what you create on YouTube, and specifically about what characters in Smash you like to play as. So if you'd like to help me out with a future game theory on the
link is kind of mine in particular.
Fill it out. I'm not asking you to take a full-on Myers-Briggs personality test this time. That's gonna happen.
I actually did that, by the way.
Thank you so much for your help. And while you're busy doing that,
and I didn't say my gender was a watermelon shooting helicopter. I said I was male. I did not call myself watermelon shooting helicopter when I did that. I promise you I didn't.
Keep listening, since for today's episode, I decided to look into how many possible versions of Smash there actually are. 6. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Game Theory. You've been a great audience. Make sure you don't drink and drive. Have a great night.
What?
But that's just a theory. Put your mocking Matt hats down, guys. Of course, I don't mean the 6 official games that have been released. I mean how many different match combinations you can have within those games. A huge part of the marketing around this new game has been choice. Every character you could possibly want is there. Every stage you could possibly want is there. Every item, etc., etc. When Masahiro put the word ultimate at the end of this thing, he wasn't joking. Because Sakurai doesn't kid around. In a game where you can play practically any way you want, just how many ways to play are there? 1. Fox Final Destination no items. But in all seriousness, just how infinite is ultimate? Last time I did an episode like this with Mario Maker, we invented a new number, the LUKElcs, 10 to the 12,431st.
He should have called it the Matplex. He should have. He really should have. That would have been a lot better, but...
Power, which was more than the number of atoms in the existence.
Yeah, that was a good
So
episode.
let's see what bonds of reality we're able to break today. Does Smash offer us more variety than particles in all known matter? There's only one way to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if there's one thing that math teachers are good at, it's giving you really easy problems to explain concepts in class and then giving you impossible ones on the test. So let's do exactly that. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is clearly our final exam, so let's start with something a bit simpler by taking a stroll down memory lane to the first ever Smash game for the Nintendo 64.
That's a good place to start.
Apparently, I was holding the controller wrong the entire time. I only just learned this decades later. Now, in the last paragraph, I mentioned calculating the number of match combinations that we're going to have in these titles, but that's a bit misleading. I really mean that we're calculating the number of permutations, which are combinations in which order matters. Think about it like a number lock, where the code to unlock it is, I don't know, 624. If we're talking about purely combinations, well then any rearrangement of those numbers would unlock the lock. 246, 642, etc., etc. And that results in many fewer possibilities. Think about it this way, when position matters, you're using permutations. So in the original Smash 64, there were 12 characters and 9 stages. Since multiple people can play as the same character, and they'll all choose Pikachu since he was totally overpowered in that first game, and look at his little hats, we're calculating what's known as permutations with repetition. Just because a character was selected before, the next player can also select the same character. When it comes to combinatorics, these are actually the easiest ones to calculate. Player 1 has 12 characters to choose from. Player 2 also has 12 characters to choose from. Same with Player 3 and Player 4. So that would be 12 possibilities times 12 possibilities times 12 times 12, or 12 to the 4th, 20,736 possible character orders. It's not bad for such a simple game, and each of those character permutations can be played on one of 9 different stages. So you just multiply the two together and you get 186,624. I swear it felt like I had to play that number of matches to unlock a YouTube back in Melee. And remember, that is simply the characters and stages. Multiply it by 2 because all of those versus matches on all of those stages have the option of either being a timed match or a stock match, which now gives us 373,248 possibilities. And here, we could actually get crazy in a hurry by adding in the different lengths of time and team matches and handicaps. But honestly, the numbers are going to get crazy without all of that. I'm just interested in the core essentials of what makes a versus match a versus match. Character, stage, type, and of course, items. Because what versus match selection process would be complete without someone insisting that the hammer be turned off because it's so unfair, or bombs because they're too random. But you all know that you wanted the beam sword back in the day because it used to be so good. In total, there are 15 items that you can turn on and off. You can also get their appearance frequency to 6 different levels, very low to very high, or simply just none. Now, that all might seem hard to factor together, but the math here is actually pretty easy. Is the beam sword on or off? 2 options. How about the home run bat? 2 more options. Hammer, always off. No, just kidding. That's another 2 times 2 times 2, all the way down through all of the items, 2 to the 15th power, or 32,768 new variations of gameplay simply based on the items alone. Now we multiply that by 5 to account for the frequency settings, not 6, since the none option is actually accounted for in that last calculation if all of them are set to no. And so you wind up with 163,840 different match types off of items alone. Multiply that number with the nearly 400,000 match varieties we found through characters, stages, and type, and we get ourselves 61,152,952,320 different playable options for your standard versus battle with 4 characters on screen. And that's important for me to point out, since this doesn't take into account permutations with fewer than 4 players. I also didn't differentiate between a human and computer-controlled character, simply because I didn't think to do all that until after finishing the math for literally the rest of this episode. So just know that the actual total match varieties is slightly higher if you factor in all of that. Still, for 4-player matches only, it is more than a decent number. But now with
Yeah.
that baseline set, let's jump ahead a few generations to Super Smash Bros. 4 to see what a huge difference adding a few more characters creates. SSB4 had a strong roster of 58 playable characters, half of which were from Fire Emblem. It also broadened the number of potential players in any given...
I know, I hate those guys. It's like, oh, what are you playing as online? Oh, it's another Japanese sword fighter. Oh, what are you playing as online? Oh, another Japanese sword fighter, another Japanese sword fighter, another Japanese sword fighter. Ah, just stop it with them.
versus match from 4 to 8. So applying what we just covered with Smash 64, we know that it's going to be 58 times 58 across all 8 of those potential players, or 58 to the 8th power to get ourselves the total number of possible character permutations in any game at one time. After we plug that formula into our trusty TI-83s, or honestly, whatever online scientific calculator I can find today because my TI ran out of batteries and I really had to go into the store today, we know that there are 128 trillion, 63 billion, 81,718,016 possible iterations of character combinations. That is more versus permutations than there is money in the entire world, or about 80 trillion US dollars. Even more impressive to me is that that is 6 billion times more character combinations than there were in the first game of the franchise. It's crazy how times have changed. Assuming that each match takes around 3 minutes to play, it's a total of 731 million years of gameplay.
That is it. Epilepsy warning, please. I don't have epilepsy, but you know, still. Just looking at this hurts my eyes. Seriously, my eyes don't get hurt easily. So seriously, please, MatPat, put an epilepsy warning up next time.
This channel last year was watched for over 4 billion minutes, which is 7,610 years of time. What's crazy about...
Wish I could say that.
about that is that the oldest human civilizations discovered throughout history only cap out at about 7,000 to 8,000 years. That's right, history books. We have the Greeks, the Romans, and the theorists. Anyway, just a fun little statistic I thought you'd get a kick out of. The rest of the calculations for Smash 4 are basically what we did with the original game. The Wii U version featured 55 total stages, but with the added wrinkle that now all the stages have an optional Omega form, which changed their layout to be similar to Final Destination. So that doubles our number and jumps us up to 110 possible stage options. There are also now 3 main match types: time, stock, and coin. And rounding out our calculation, 75 items that could all be cycled to low, medium, or high. So that would be 2 to the 75th power times 3, which, oh wow, 2 to the 75th power is a lot bigger than I expected. Items alone are adding in 113 sextillion different options. 113 sextillion, 336 quintillion, 795 quadrillion, 588,000 million billion trillion. Trillion! 871 billion, 485 million, 128,704. Woo! First time! Got it! Different options just based on the items. Should finish these huge numbers, it's really hard to read them backwards. So anyway, 128 trillion character options times 113 sextillion item options times 110 stages times 3 game modes. In total, we're talking... Oh, jeez, just put it up on the screen if you could even fit it. No, you shrunk it too small. Here, just wrap it around the screen a bit. Yeah, make it a curve. Make it curve around the screen. Oh, God, what even is this number? 39 total places. Okay. Apparently, you get yourself 5 duodecillion total match permutations. Let me put that in perspective. The most accurate estimations right now say that the human body contains 37 trillion cells. We'll multiply that by 130 septillion, and you've got yourself the number of basic versus matches in Super Smash Bros. 4 Wii U. 5 duodecillion. All right. And yet, despite all of this tremendous amount of variety, many of these options are never used in the professional circuit. Tournament play has grown a lot since its beginnings with Melee, but in an effort to remain fair and competitive, much of the game has been thrown out the window for the sake of balance. So much so that Sakurai himself has come out voicing concerns over the growing gaps between casual and competitive players, and how he believes that competitive play is going against the original vision of the game. But to see just how concerned he really should be, let's take a look at Smash's meta. No, I'm not talking meta like Doki Doki fourth wall breaking meta, but the strategies and limitations used by pro players that go beyond the game's natural rule sets. Now, obviously, this fluctuates over time as characters get rebalanced and the game gets patched. But as of the most current tournaments, out of the 58 characters available in SSB4, only 19 are generally used in competitive play by pros. That is less than a third. Of the 110 total stages, 48 tend to be banned, which remember is pretty much all of them considering that there are only 55. The other 55 are just reskins of Final Destinations to spice things up a bit. They're all 1v1 stock matches, and of course, as we all know, items are set to none. Or maybe Smash Balls? Maybe? If you ask really nicely. Pretty please. So plugging all those restrictions in our same calculations, we get 19 times 19 for the 1v1 match, times 110 minus 48 to account for the thrown out stages, times 1 for stock match, times 1 because you're not allowed to play with items, to get ourselves the grand total of competitive matches to be 200. Wow, it's actually less. It's actually far less than I was gearing up to say. I'm like, 200. Nope, it's not. It's 22,382. That is staggeringly low. That is.
Wow.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I did this calculation, but now I gotta actually read the number. That is 0.0000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000 That alone explains why Nintendo has probably expressed some concerns with Smash tournaments over the years, and why they've tried so hard to make more of the maps and more of the items more inclusive in professional gameplay. I mean, think about what this means.
Yeah.
It's an infinitesimally small percentage of the game that's being used here. It's actually pretty fascinating. Looked at with those numbers, professional play is eliminating most of the game in order to master a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a single percent of everything that Super Smash has to offer. I'm not saying that as judgment or anything. I'm just reporting statistics. I have no skin in this game. I don't care in the slightest. You play a game however you want to play a game. Is that a controversial view in 2018? Anyway, I just think it's interesting to consider whether top-tier players of this game are actually playing this game. And I totally get it. The hammer is a ridiculous item. Meta Knight was completely broken. Bombs appearing out of nowhere resulted in way too many unfair kills, and Pokemon Stadium's constant changes are disruptive to serious strategies. It just begs the question, can a game filled with randomness also be competitive? Randomness also affects speedruns too, but those are still considered professional, valid games. Anyway, the solution to me, since no one asked for my opinion, is to create separate categories that test separate skill sets. One that limits the gameplay down and tests pure mastery of control and strategy, like what already exists, and another bracket that opens up the door to more of the game's elements, randomness and all, which tests the ability to strategize, not just against your opponent, but also against the game itself, adapting on the fly. It's a thought. Heck, I just don't want Sakurai sad. He works so hard on these things. The poor guy's eyes are all red for us.
An ad right now? Really?
How's your battery life?
I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
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 You could just plug it in, you know.
Professional play aside, we've got ourselves one last set of calculations. The one that you've all been waiting for. The Big Daddy Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. As we're all very familiar with this point, Ultimate has announced that, quote, everyone is here. Which means, as of me writing the script, there's an astounding 74 playable characters available. Of which professional play will probably keep 5, as everyone else is going to be too unbalanced. However, as we all know, not everyone is there. One tall, cool, purple glass of water is missing from our new Smash roster. Those of us in the Cult of Wa have been pushing hard to get Waluigi added to the game, and because I'm an optimist, but more so because I simply like round numbers, I'm adding him into the roster, bringing playable characters to a nice round 75. That means that with character permutations alone, you're looking at just over
Yeah, there's probably gonna be another character added anyways, but, you know, yeah. I don't think he's coming. I'm not really, I don't really care all that much. I mean, you know, I like to see Waluigi in Smash, I guess, but...
You know, if he was added, I'd really just be happy for all the people who wanted him. I wouldn't be that excited myself, but, you know, that's just me.
Before you start hating on me, I did actually sign a petition to put Waluigi in Smash. I did. Before you start hating on me, I did actually do that for some reason. So don't start hating on me. Probably are going to be more characters added, though. At least one, maybe. Maybe not, I don't know, but there might be.
So,
matchups.
I'll give it to him.
billion times where this franchise first started out at the N64. Ladies and
Wow.
gentlemen, we're not in Kansas anymore. There are also 103 announced stages for this iteration, but again, to better unite competitive and casual play, each of those stages not only has an Omega form, but also a battlefield form, meaning that they have all those little platforms that you just want to do an upward smash through. So that means 309 total stage options,
Wow.
but we are still not done. Ultimate apparently has the stage morph feature, where you select 2 stages and the game randomly flips between them to keep the fighters on their toes. Now, we all know that Smash players love to debate best characters and stages, but with this new feature, I think we're going to be able to create a level that all Smash fans will agree is the single worst stage idea ever, fusing 75M with Pac-Land.
No, ban that!
Oh, you hear that? Even before it's confirmed possible in the game, I already hear it pre-banned in competitive play. Anyway, this has a whopping 95,172 possible stage options.
Wow.
The grand total to 95,481, and technically there's still even more here because you can now turn on and off stage hazards, but since I don't know which stages will and won't have hazards, it's not really worth guessing because holy smash balls, you easily have over 100,000 stages to fight on. And finally, when it comes to items, 85 have been confirmed via a combination of the Smash Brothers website and from what we've been able to see from gameplay clips. And looking at the list of unconfirmed items, which includes the Home Run Bat and Superstars, I'd say that there's a good 15 to 20 that are also going to have a really good shot at being in there. So let's just say that there's going to be 100 items in total. Remember, that's 2 to the 100th power times 3 for the frequency settings, or 3.8 nonillion combos off of items. Nonillion. 9, it's up there. It's just egregiously huge. It's just an egregiously huge number. Of course, there'll be stock time and coin matches because why not? It doesn't matter. It's multiplying by 3. It's not.
We still haven't gone beyond, calculatable numbers yet, though, like we did with Mario Maker. I'm guessing we might make it there. I wasn't sure at first if we would, but I think we might.
Not gonna make that huge of a difference. So anyway, we've got ourselves 1 quadrillion characters, including Waluigi, times 95,172 stages, times 3.802 nonillion item combinations, times 3 modes, for a grand total of... Lord, what is this? Okay. 1 citacillion, 87 quindecillion, 29 quadradecillion, 621 tricillion, 867 duodecillion, 929 undecillion, 534 decillion, 719 nonillion, 356 octillion, 228 septillion, 316 sextillion, 692 quintillion, 480 quadrillion possible matches. I love it when I get to talk about numbers that have really weird names. That is the number of nucleons inside the mass of Earth. If you took 3 minutes to play each of those possible matches, it would take 6 quadradecillion years to play through all those possibilities. You know how long that is? It is so long that I can't even describe it using normal numbers. I mean, the age of planet Earth is 4.5 billion years. Playing all those matches would be 1.3 undecillion times the age of Earth, which again is equally meaningless. It would be 434 decillion times the age of the entire universe. Again, a completely meaningless number. It is without question the single longest length of time that I've ever covered on any of the theory shows. Over on Film Theory, I calculated the length of the longest SpongeBob meme ever, which wound up being 8.7.
It was a B-movie meme.
Octillion years. To play the entirety of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate would be 689 quadrillion times that amount of time. Sure, it might not be more matches than particles in the entire universe like in the Mario Maker episode, but the universe will have been born, matured, and gone through its own heat death millions upon millions upon millions of times over, while you still grind away playing Zero Suit Samus versus Belmont on Wily's castle fused with Bow with only beam swords and star rods. My only regret with this whole episode is that we weren't able to get into numbers that were big enough to name, like I did in the MarioPlex episode. I really wanted to name something after Sakurai for putting in this amount of work. This man deserves it. Wait, there's Smashdown and Turdy mode? As well as all those other character combinations and handicaps and times and stocks? Maybe we'll this one on another day. Sakurai, I'm gonna name a number after you. I swear it. But until next time, remember, that's just a theory. A game theory. You know, we've talked about a lot of big numbers today, but I've got one last one for ya. 23,000. Sure, that might not seem like much when compared to the reality-breaking figures of Smash permutations, but it is a huge number once you consider that it's the number of unlimited classes available to you with Skillshare, who's not only our...
I don't care. Okay, so that was pretty cool. So, while I'm leaving a like, and of course already subscribed and notified to this channel, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more reaction videos and lots of gameplay videos and stuff, which I also do. I actually mostly do gameplay videos, and I bird doo-doo reaction videos a decent amount too. So make sure to like this video as well as subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will be 100 times cooler than you were before. Well, sort of. Kinda, not really, but you know, we can all pretend like you're 100 times cooler than you were before. So yeah. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to let me know if you did. And comment down below what your favorite Smash character is. I think he said that in the video, I'm not sure, but I can ask you guys to comment down below in this video as well. What fighter you generally prefer. What character are you most looking forward to in Smash? Confirmed or not confirmed? I personally am really looking forward to Ridley and Isabelle. Sort of a strange two choices, completely different, but it's just I really enjoyed this video for sure. And I definitely hope he's gonna get into those not even named numbers. Seriously though, he needs to make a Matplex, but whatever. Also, you can follow the link in the description below to watch this video for yourself, and they didn't say that in the video because I'm stupid and didn't do that. Yay, I just called myself stupid. Woohoo! So yeah, and with that, I guess I can take my leave. So, yeah. Goodbye.